How did someone determine that you saving money meant you were cheap? I got stuck with this roommate freshman year named Trey. Dude wasn't academically stupid. He actually pulled decent grades, but his understanding of money, completely backwards. I took financial literacy in high school, so I knew how to budget. This kid genuinely believed money existed to be spent the second it touched your account, like it was allergic to sitting still. And since we had opposite mindsets, he had opinions about everything I did. I'd be hungry at 2 a.m. and grab a granola bar from my drawer. He'd look at me like I just committed a crime. Bro, you're so cheap. Excuse me? A granola bar cost me like 50 cents. DoorDash at midnight is $30 minimum after fees and tip, but he couldn't process that. To him, if you had money in your account and didn't spend it immediately, you were being stingy. This went on for years. Every single semester, I'd pack lunch instead of eating out. He'd make a comment. I'd skip a bar night to save cash. He'd call me lame. I'd use a reusable water bottle instead of buying drinks. He'd shake his head like I was embarrassing him. One time I tried explaining budgeting to him. Sat him down, showed him a spreadsheet, talked about compound interest. He looked at me dead serious and said, "Why would I save money when I could just make more later?" I stared at him for a solid 10 seconds. That's not how any of this works. But he was convinced. In his mind, future Trey would handle it. Present Trey needed those new sneakers. I stopped engaging after that. Just tuned him out completely whenever he'd start up. He'd make his little comments and I'd nod like he was speaking another language, which honestly, he was. Fast forward to graduation. I walked across that stage with zero debt, not a dollar owed. Credit score sitting at 780. Enough saved up for first month's rent, security deposit, and furniture for my own apartment. This dude maxed out 3 credit cards. Had student loans he didn't even know the total of. I asked him once how much he owed and he said, "I don't know, like a lot probably. A lot probably." That's not a number. Trey. He was already getting calls from collectors before we even threw our caps. His phone would ring and he'd just stare at it like it personally betrayed him. Bro, you betrayed yourself. Last I heard, he's working double shifts at 2 different jobs trying to dig himself out. Still single because no girl wants to build a life with someone drowning in debt. Still broke, still making excuses. Meanwhile, I'm over here watching my investments grow, building credit, planning for actual things. And every now and then I think about him calling me cheap for eating a granola bar. Should have listened to the cheap guy. Trey, could have saved yourself a lot of suffering. But hey, at least you got those sneakers.